Margaret Maggie Lawson considered herself blessed. Her marriage to William Will Lawson was the envy of many. Will was charming, kind, and attentive, everything a woman could hope for in a husband. The two lived in a cozy, elegant home in Charleston, South Carolina, a place brimming with old-world charm. Maggie spent her days managing her small floral shop, Petals and Promises, while Will ran a successful law firm. Their lives seemed picture-perfect. They had a close circle of friends, among whom Samuel Sam Carter stood out. Sam had been Will's best friend since childhood. Maggie had always admired the bond they shared. It was rare to see such a strong, enduring friendship. But what Maggie didn't know was that beneath the surface of their idyllic life lay secrets that would shatter her world. Maggie noticed the change gradually. Will, who used to shower her with affection, seemed preoccupied. Late-night meetings at the office became frequent, and his laughter, once a constant melody in their home, grew scarce. When Maggie voiced her concerns, Will dismissed them with a reassuring smile. "It's just work stress, Maggie. You know how it gets during tax season," he'd say, kissing her forehead before retreating to his study. Maggie found solace in Sam's company during these times. Sam was warm and supportive, always knowing the right words to say. He often dropped by with coffee or flowers, claiming he couldn't resist the blooms at her shop. Though she found his attention comforting, she occasionally caught a fleeting sadness in his eyes, as though he carried a burden he couldn't share. One crisp autumn evening, Maggie was tidying Will's study when she stumbled upon an unfamiliar fragrance lingering on his jacket. It wasn't her perfume, nor one she recognized. Her heart tightened. Dismissing the thought as paranoia, she reasoned it could have been from a colleague's handshake or an elevator encounter. But then there were the messages. A notification flashed across Will's phone as it lay unattended on the kitchen counter. Maggie wasn't one to invade his privacy, but the name Samantha caught her eye. The text read, "I can't stop thinking about last night. Let's talk soon." Her hands trembled as she locked the screen and placed the phone back. Samantha. Could it be Sam's sister? She vaguely remembered Will mentioning her once. She decided to confront Will, but her courage faltered when she saw him. His tie loosened, eyes tired, but his smile for her as warm as ever. Instead, she buried her doubts, convincing herself she was reading too much into things. A week later, Sam invited them to a dinner party at his apartment. The evening was lively, filled with laughter and good food. Yet Maggie couldn't shake a sense of unease. She noticed how Sam's gaze lingered on her longer than usual, and how Will avoided making eye contact with him. After dinner, as the guests left, Sam asked Maggie to stay back under the pretense of discussing an event she was planning for her shop. Will had already excused himself, citing an early meeting. Alone with Sam, Maggie felt a strange tension fill the room. "Maggie," Sam began, his voice strained. "There's something I need to tell you." Her pulse quickened. "What is it?" Before Sam could speak, his phone buzzed. He glanced at the screen and muttered a curse. "I'll tell you later," he said, grabbing his coat and ushering her out. The cryptic moment gnawed at Maggie all night. It was a rainy evening when Maggie's world fell apart. Will had left for another business meeting, and Maggie, restless, decided to clean the house. While rummaging through the drawer of Will's nightstand, she found a small velvet box. Inside was a delicate bracelet, not her style, nor her size. A card lay beneath it, bearing the words, "For the woman who makes my heart race." Her breath hitched. Her mind raced with possibilities. Was it for her? No. He would have given it to her by now. Determined to find answers, Maggie drove to Sam's apartment. She couldn't explain why, but a voice in her head told her Sam knew something. When he opened the door, he seemed startled. "Maggie, what are you doing here?" "I need to talk," she said, stepping inside. She pulled out the bracelet and card. "Do you know anything about this?" Sam's face turned ashen. "Maggie, He ran a hand through his hair. You deserve the truth. Will, he's been seeing someone. Her world spun. Who? She whispered. Sam's voice broke. Samantha. My sister. Maggie's knees gave out, and Sam caught her before she fell. He guided her to the couch, his own anguish apparent. I suspected it months ago, he confessed. She's always been reckless, and Will. He's been distant. I confronted him, but he swore it was a mistake, that it was over. Tears streamed down Maggie's face. Why didn't you tell me? I wanted to protect you, Sam said, his voice filled with regret. You didn't deserve to be hurt. I thought if I kept quiet, it would all go away. Maggie spent days in a haze of disbelief and pain. When she finally confronted Will, his face crumpled with guilt. He admitted everything, begging for forgiveness. But Maggie couldn't unsee the betrayal. She packed her belongings and left, finding refuge with her sister in a neighboring town. Sam's unwavering support during her healing journey surprised her. He became her confidant, helping her rebuild her life. Over time, their friendship deepened, rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Months turned into a year. Maggie, stronger and more self-assured, opened a second floral shop. She and Sam remained close, their bond evolving into something neither had anticipated. One evening, as they walked along the Charleston waterfront, Sam took her hand. Maggie, I know I don't deserve you, but I can't imagine my life without you, he said softly. Maggie's heart swelled. She had learned to trust again, to love again. With a smile, she replied, neither can I. And with that, they embarked on a new chapter, proving that even amidst heartbreak, love could bloom again.